like Judge Cordova, who is going to be here overnight signing warrants, from the DA's office that is going to have prosecutors in multiple locations. You notice we're in Cypresswood, which is up north. We have JPC. We have multiple locations around the county with judges, DAs, and nurses ready to go. And what that does is streamlines the whole process. That means when these officers stop an intoxicated individual, they don't have to drive downtown to get the blood anymore. They get to take him right to a spot. They get to hand him off and get back out there and catch more drunk drivers. And that's not where it stops. You're going to spend that night in jail, and our office is going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law, because quite frankly, folks, we are tired of being out here every night and standing over dead bodies that are a result of an incredibly selfish act. And that's what DWI is. So this week, have a plan before you leave your house. Because if you don't, your judgment's going to be impaired. You're going to make the wrong decision. And as evidenced by all of these people behind me, we already have our plan to catch you when you decide to do that selfish, selfish action. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Sergeant, you want to go ahead?
Sergeant Davis Vaux, the Houston Police Department. Our DWI task force will be out in full force throughout the city. What I'm telling everybody is to be responsible, don't drink and drive. I'll always have a designated driver, and always call Lyft, Uber, taxi, or a friend to pick you up if you're drunk. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Sergeant. Lieutenant?
Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Simon Trang with the Harris County Sheriff's Office Vehicular Crimes Division. What we've seen consistently is that DWI, or impaired driving, reckless driving, those are the most commonly committed offenses around the night shift hours in Harris County. We do want the public to celebrate responsibly. We know that DWI, impaired driving offenses, do not discriminate, whether the offender or the victim. So we do want to make sure that lives are protected. The number one goal is public safety, and we also want to make sure our peace officers remain safe. So the amount of damage that will be avoided is immeasurable, but if we remove the drunk drivers off the roadway, at least we save their lives. So we thank this multi-agency initiative for helping to improve this mission for Harris County. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. TxDOT representative?
Hi, I'm Trey Salinas with Texas Department of Transportation, Houston District. I'm the local traffic safety specialist. First want to thank Precinct 4 for inviting me out here today. Really appreciate everything they do to help keep our roads safe out there. December of last year, Harris County witnessed 24 DWI crashes that resulted in someone's death or serious bodily injury. It is that reason that we are here today to talk about finding a designated driver if you're going to go out and drink. And you can also phone a friend or a family member to come pick you up, call taxi, or even use a ride-sharing service like Lyft or Uber. TxDOT is committed to providing the community with a safe ride home through our Sober Rides campaign. This campaign provides $920 vouchers to be used in the greater Houston area for the ride-sharing service Lyft. We are pleased to announce that all 900 vouchers have been redeemed and about 20% have been utilized over the Christmas holidays. We're expecting great numbers for the New Year's holiday. Our goal is to help our police partners by taking those potential drunk drivers off the road before they have to. Thank you very much.
All righty. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. Our DPS guy, come on up. I almost forgot you. Sergeant? All right.
Sergeant Stanford.
You ain't getting away.
I appreciate it. I'm Sergeant Stanford with the Texas Department of Public Safety. It's been a pleasure to come out and to speak on behalf of DPS. I'm in the Highway Patrol Division. We just want folks to know alcohol is not the only thing that you can be intoxicated on. If I can determine that you don't have the normal use of your mental and physical faculties by the introduction of something, be it drug, dangerous drug, controlled substance, and or alcohol, you're going to be arrested for DWI. So we'd ask folks to buckle up and be safe. Please don't drink and drive. If you're under the legal age to drink, you can't have any detectable amount of alcohol in your system. So please, please, please don't drink and drive. Buckle up, be safe.
Thank you, Sergeant. make sure, let me take another look. But hey, so this is all our speakers. We'll open it up to any questions that you may have. If you have no questions, this will conclude this conference.
Last year about the same time, do you have numbers maybe like, they mentioned something about 24 traffic fatalities?
Yeah.
TxDOT, but do you have in mind how many, and do you see that number being increased year to year, or?
Yeah, well, I mean, the social media and television's, you know, helping us push our message out to basically deter people from drinking and driving and educate them of the consequences. Has helped tremendously. This year, we started the initiative a couple of weeks ago. I know that my office has made right at a little over 35 DWI arrests in 2 weeks. Right now for the year, we're at 915 as of this morning. And so that's for the entire year. And we keep those on our website. We post them every month, how many DWI arrests we make in our Leanne report. To answer your question, without having the data from the rest of these law enforcement agencies behind me, I can't tell you if they've increased or decreased this year. I can tell you ours has decreased just a little bit, but I attribute that to the messaging that we're putting out, and people are listening.
Can you, maybe the DA can add to this, the consequences that this crime has. A lot of people might not know that it's a lot of fines, it's a lot of things that go on in it. Some people actually have to get loans. Can you go into detail about that?
Absolutely. DWI is one of those crimes that runs almost our entire ranges of punishment. For a very first DWI, if you've done nothing wrong in your entire life, you face up to 6 months in county jail, up to a $2,000 fine, up to 2 years of a license revocation. And that's before we even start talking about the amount of money you're going to have to spend on insurance, on new attorneys, on every other surcharge that you're going to have to be associated with committing this stupid act. That's a DWI first. DWI second goes up to a year in the county jail and a $4,000 fine. DWI third is up to 10 years in prison. And that's if you don't hurt anyone. If you hurt someone and commit serious bodily injury, you're up to 10 years in prison for the very first time you make that mistake. If you kill someone, it's up to 20 years in prison. So it goes the entire gamut, from our Class B misdemeanors all the way up to, in some cases, a first-degree felony. So those are the ramifications that anyone faces. But in Houston, we have such a large population of people that are here that may not have documentation or that may be here on green cards or visas. That is you rolling the dice as to whether or not you get to stay in this country and ever come back. And so there's no reason to go through that. There's just not. Don't come see us. And one other thing that I failed to mention initially is, because of a grant from TxDOT, the DA's office is also going backwards from serious crashes, from multiple DWIs out of a location. And we are finding the people that contribute to that mayhem, the bartenders, the managers at establishments that put profits over public safety, and we're arresting them as well. So if you get the lucky job of waiting tables or serving alcohol during this weekend, just know that you need to do it responsibly, because no one tip is worth yourself going to jail. Cut them off. Make sure they have a good ride home.
All righty, any other questions? All righty, thank y'all so very much.